What's going on, guys? I have been wanting to talk about this. Well, I haven't talked about it, even though I probably should have. Agents of Mayhem, again, which we're seeing, this is going to be probably a very quick video, because Agents of Mayhem was nothing but a failure. It was a failure, man. I don't even remember too much of this game. I remember they tried ripping it off of different Saints Row characters, like a Kenzie, Gat, things of that, different characters like that. But it just, oh my gosh, this game was so bad. Oh my gosh, I don't know what Deep Silver was thinking when they tried to make this game, because now they're in the same situation, I think, with the new Saints Row. But I'm not going to try to, talk about that. But Agents of Mayhem, they almost had a good direction. It didn't make no sense. It didn't make no sense. It was an evil warlord trying to take over the world, and you had these characters that were united, and they were just different ones that came together, and you just chose them, and they were, doing this and doing that, like, oh, hey, we're going to, choose this person to do this or this person. You had one look like Pierce, one look like Gat, one look like, Kenzie, like I said, and these other random characters. It was really silly, and it was stupid, because, again, it just didn't make no sense. And the gameplay was okay, but at the same time, it just wasn't the best game. It's one of those games, if you want to give it to, like, your kids or whatever, but at the same time, if you want to give it to, like let's say, an actual Saints Row fan, that may not go over so well. It won't. It won't go over very well, because every single fan of Saints Row will look at you and be like, what the hell's wrong with you? Because Agents of Mayhem was supposedly in the same or alternate universe within the Saints Row universe, but it just didn't make no sense. And you play as these characters, they got different attacks, they got different defensive, they got different backgrounds, different stories, and it was somewhat cool, but also it was wacky. And Saints Row has their way of doing that, but it just didn't make sense. The main leader didn't make sense. The way that they portrayed the characters didn't make sense, and the story was stupid, and going against space and all that. They took it even further than what they should have. And I know a lot of people despise this game. I own this game because I finally was like, let me go check it out, and it took me a long time to finally say, hey, I want to give it a chance. I want to try to play Agents of Mayhem, and I did about a year or so ago, and I just never did a video on it, and now I am. But yes, I do own it. I don't play it. It is not the best game in the world. It has cool characters, don't get me wrong. It has cool, decent characters. They just didn't know what to do with them. They just kind of left them there to rot and kind of just stay there like, oh, I'm here, but at the same time, I just don't know what I'm doing, if that made any sense. Because they did not know what they were doing back then. And it sucks, because when you get a game that you don't know what you're doing, then you're kind of you're setting yourself up for failure. You're really setting yourself up for failure, because if you don't know what you're doing, then why are you even making the game to begin with? Because it's got to make sense. You got to have people that will relate to it, and you got to have characters that will be able to enjoy it. So, again, I don't know what happened. Just like there was another game that came out years ago, which I'm going to talk about, that just didn't make no sense. But what are your all's thoughts of Agents of Mayhem? Do you hate it? Is it okay? Is it a failure? Is it okay for you? Is it good? Either way, if you do like it, that's fine. If you don't like it, that's fine too. What are your thoughts? I personally like to know down in the comments down below. If you guys are new to the channel, subscribe and leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys on the next one.